Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a Honda Civic Hatchback EX-L. Before we get in this video, I'm going to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Schmiller Honda here in Murray, Utah for giving me some time with this Civic. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 1.5 liter 4-cylinder that goes through a CVT automatic. Fuel economy is 31 around town and then 39 on the highway, with power outputs being 180 horsepower and then 177 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Honda has definitely simplified their design language. You guys can see here with the hood flat there in the center, you've got a couple body lines. They keep it simple. And then same thing with the lights. They kind of have like a boxier appearance, so I really like that. And you guys can see here how it's all darker with the grille, except for the Honda logo, obviously, bright chrome. Putting it all together though, the new Civic definitely has a much more sophisticated appearance. Now, coming on the side here, our tire wheel setup is 215, 50, 17 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see here with the wheels, you got the silver on the top with the black there as well, and looks fancy. Love the look of the fender here, and then you guys can see with the mirror cap body painted, same thing with the door handles, and then look at the chrome trim right there around the windows. And then this is where you guys can see the hatchback design here with this EX-L. Now, taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function, remote start, the opening for the hatch, or unlock for the hatch rather, and then the Honda logo. And popping into said hatch, you guys can see we've got a cargo cover built in from the factory. And I mean, storage space back here is really good. This is the benefit of going hatchback life. You get more vertical storage, which is always a big plus. And when you're done with this whole area, you have this little grab handle that you can just plop. Now here's a look at the taillights, and then you guys can see it kind of goes to a light bar, which is really cool, and then the rest of the badges here. And putting it all together, what do you guys think about the looks of the hatch? I do prefer the sedan when the hatch doesn't have a crazy wing in the Type R form, but I still think the hatch looks cool. Now, taking a look at the door panel, I really like this here with the handle, but soft touch down below, and really cool stitching that goes across, and then look at the little window control, and it has a nice finish on it. And here are the seats. You guys can see perforated all down the center portion. Legroom back here is good. We also have a little storage pocket right there, and then headroom back here. It's good. And by the way, these back seats, they're comfy. Now, taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again with the handle here and then this darker trim. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, and then look at the window controls. Front to rear automatic, by the way. Mirror adjustments, and then padding down below on the armrest. And then with the front seat, again, perforated all down the center portion. You got some power adjustments here on the side, and then yeah, pretty normal looking pedals. Got your stability control here, that's for the safety tech, and then I love that around the vent. Now, taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see soft touch all around. We've got our adaptive cruise control with steering assist, volume controls, voice command controls as well. Stocks here on the back in normal fashion. Then pretty fancy looking gauge cluster in the center. You can see different bits of info on systems within the car there with the gauge as well. We also have an econ mode, just like your good fuel economy mode. In reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory that turn with steering wheel. Resolution's pretty good. Now, this is the smaller infotainment screen that you can get from Honda. It's got a bunch of physical buttons here at the bottom. It is still a touchscreen, by the way. Responds pretty quickly, which is great. We've got soft touch trim here on the dash, and then of course we have my favorite part of every Civic, the Mega Vent. It just looks cool. Dual zone climate controls. Down below we have heated seats as well, and then we have our charging area inside here. And then here is the shifter. You've got your S mode for sport mode, and here's a close look so you guys can see that. Econ mode behind, auto stop start, parking brake, brake hold. And then I like this trim here. I think this is pretty cool looking. Decent storage space there. And then you got some nice padding here on the top as well. And then we've got a manual mirror dimmer up top. Got control for the sunroof. And I just realized, almost forgot, there's the glove box. Now, taking a look at the window so you guys can see 2024 Civic, and here's all the standard equipment. Base MSRP, and then here's your total MSRP, $30,200, and let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood, both the mirrors, do a blind spot monitoring throughout the rest of the rear. And let us set off in the Civic. I do plan on doing more reviews on other packages here on the 24 Civic as I can get a hold of different 24 Civics, but we'll start off with this automatic EX-L, which is kind of like a luxury Civic in a sense, but the new Civic is just, it's kind of luxurious in general, and we'll talk about that. So good turbo power, but yeah, first off, ride quality is really good, and this is one of the big benefits of the new Civic is it's very comfortable. It definitely drives more like a luxury car. It's one of the, what I call one of the big changes here with the new Civic. It's super smooth. I mean, for what it is, again, this is, you have to remember, this is supposed to be like more of an economy car. It's pretty quiet, and it's cool that Honda's done this, that, you know, they've built a more luxury like economy car like this so that you can get the best of both, right? You can get the affordability that this provides, and then also, you know, you're still getting something that feels nicer, feels more upscale. I think all in all it's a big plus. But yeah, suspensions, I mean, this is comfortable. Let's see how it does over the train tracks here. Yeah, pretty dang good with the damping. Pop into the S mode. Good torque. And it's a CVT, but it transitions very, very quickly, actually. I love how this is such a good daily driver. Like, this is the car you get, and you just, again, you just drive all the time. So, to sum things up here, I love the new exterior styling of the Civic. I think they did a really good job with just making this look more upscale, and then the interior, same thing. Definitely has a more upscale feel to it, especially like the vent controls. I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, especially these, just, yeah, I like it. I think they did a good job. Also 58, never see that. Anyways, aside from the interior and everything, it drives well. It's comfortable. And this turbocharged engine is quick. I would say that if you can afford the turbo versions of the Civic, I'd go for turbo over the non-turbo. The non-turbo is fine, but like, especially here in, you know, Utah or higher elevations, turbocharged power is definitely worth it. It's definitely worth the extra oomph that this provides. So let me know what you guys think about the new Civic, and let me know what you guys think about this EX-L package. You know, for the $30,000 price tag, does this make sense, or should you go more options like sport touring or something, or, you know, less? Let me know what you think about that.